Alright, today is March 12th. It's about 11:15. We are going to be doing a standing Indian loop trail hike, which first is going to start off with the Long Branch Trail for a few miles, heading up to the AT, and then from there we'll be heading over to Standing Indian Mountain and staying at Carter Gap Shelter this evening, which is about 12 miles, and then tomorrow we will be heading from Carter Gap back to here. So it's a giant loop of about 24 miles. Weather is great today. It's probably in the 60s. Got my two hiking companions behind me over there getting ready to come on up, and we're going to head on up. So it should be a great trip. The first few miles is going uphill, and then once we get to the AT it levels out. So I will check in periodically as we go. Somebody that's got an excellent campsite. And a lovely guard dog. Came from there, and we're heading up that way. And here we'll be taking a break. It is 2:30, and we just stopped at a shelter and had a little break, a couple of snacks, met a couple Nobos on the AT. Started March 1st, and they're already up to near Standing Indian, so that's a pretty good thing. I'm happy to see that there are some people making it past Neal's Gap, and hopefully they make it to Hot Springs and well beyond. So we got another 7 miles to get to Carter Gap Shelter, where we'll be staying this evening. See if we find anybody else there. We'll be up at Albert Mountain here shortly, and the nice view at the fire tower, which is the first time that I've actually been on this hike where I've been able to see off of Mount Albert. So I'll check in when we get up there. All right, Albert Mountain fire tower, and actually on a clear day. First time I've been up here where I actually could see anything. Top of the fire tower. Look at the views we got today. Amazing. About a 360-degree panoramic view. You can see I'm all the way at the top. I go up to the fire tower, but it's actually locked, so. And you can see below me is the drop-off. Awesome. No in particular craziness about this, but I just wanted to remember this. This is kind of cool. This is a tree that has grown pretty much over a rock. Kind of neat. Kind of neat.
See the mountain in the distance? It's got a really sheer edge on it.
Is that table at Maple on it? Oh. Couldn't be. No.
All right, we just got to Carter's Gap Shelter. It's about 5:45, and I'm hungry, so I'm going to set up camp and get some water and get some grub in my belly. That'll be my tent site for tonight. About 8:40 Sunday. As you can see, my breakfast ready. Got all the stuff packed up, and I'm going to try out scrambled egg and hash browns and bacon that I made at home. So I'll go ahead and reconstitute this, and I'll let you know how it tastes when it's done. Alright, well, here's the deal. I'm not really sure about this. It doesn't taste bad, but it'd be good if I was out here for a few days looking for just about anything to eat, but eggs didn't really constitute back the way I thought they would. So I may try some Mountain House dehydrated bulk eggs. Hash browns taste pretty good and bacon does, but this is going to need some work. Maybe wash it down with some coffee instead. That's better. 20 after 9, and we're getting pretty much a late start this morning, but we've got 6 miles to go to Standing Indian Mountain, which is about roughly about a 1,300 foot elevation gain, but pretty gradual and pretty easy. I've done this before, so it's not too bad. Then we've got 2 miles to the Kimsey Creek Trail, and once we get there, we'll hang a right, and we've got 4 miles to get back to our cars. So I will report in periodically. It's already a beautiful day. The night was not overly cold. It was windy last night, but Carter Gap Shelter, for me, has notoriously always been one of the colder shelters that I've ever stayed at. Probably not the coldest, but one of the colder that I've ever actually stayed at. So just be prepared if you do come up this way. Bring extra layers and Alright, it's 12:30 and we just reached Standing Indian. Had lunch, had some ramen noodles with some dehydrated chicken, but gorgeous view today. Let's take a look. We are now on the Kimsey Creek Trail, which is about 4 miles to our cars, and we just got off the AT. Left a few people that's actually one of my hiking partners knew, so it's kind of interesting. Shows you how small the world really is. Another thing that I want to make a point of was something that was really inspirational to me. We were on top of Standing Indian, and I ran it into a father and son combo. And he asked me to take a picture of him and his son, and I was more than happy to do that. And they notified us that basically he was up here because, you know, he's got a tumor inside of his chest that is inoperable. And his son loves this, only 9 or 10 years old. But it's really moving to see why you really need to get out and hike, because it builds long-lasting memories and is something that's just great. But that was a really motivational, moving story. So I'm going to head down the rest of this trail here. We got about 4 miles. It's looking like it's going to be wet. So, following along the Kimsey Creek Trail. Alright, this is the Kimsey Creek Trail where you're going to be coming out at. You're going to come from down here and up. When you come to the road here, you're going to avoid going across to Lower Ridge Trail. You're going to follow the road up this way, and you got a beautiful view of the river here. Let's take a look at this. River's flowing from that direction and heading down this way. And after about 50 yards, you're going to re-enter the woods right here. Takes you to the backcountry information booth where you'll park your car. You can see we've gone through the campground, and we're just about done.